some massive updates on Jimmy Butler and his future with this Miami Heat organization. I'm going to break it all down on this episode of Heat Digest, so let's not waste any time and get right to the news, breaking down the massive Jimmy Butler updates that we do have now on January 16th. Now, it is Thursday. The biggest thing about today is the fact that Jimmy Butler has just met with co-owner, I should say, Micky Arison. Now, this is so big because obviously in past Heat Digest videos, we've broken down really the drama and the entire relationship and the ending of this relationship between Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat organization. Now, in the last video, we broke down how over the offseason and up to this point of the regular season, the conversations and the overall communication levels between Butler and this Miami Heat team have really diminished. And at least that's what we've recently found out. And because of that, it seems like that was one of the main pieces and one of the main reasons that Butler's relationship and overall want to play basketball for this Miami Heat team has diminished oh so much. But now we have reports that Micky Arison and Jimmy Butler have obviously met not only today, but again, we're now going to find out a lot of the ideas behind whether or not he's going to be moved. Now, obviously, we don't have direct quotes from Arison, from Butler, or anyone else involved in the Miami Heat organization just yet, but we do have this post from Kevin Love. Now, Kevin Love has been on a roll as of late. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, he on Instagram, Kevin Love on Instagram, has just been a troll. And I mean that in the best way possible. He has been hysterical. And again, it's whether it's his post or his Instagram stories, he has been just so dialed in. And it's been awesome to watch. It's been awesome to witness. He posted this 3 hours ago, as well as an Instagram story of the scene itself. And now, if you don't know what this scene is or what Kevin Love is referencing, it is the scene from The Wolf of Wall Street where Leonardo DiCaprio says, "I'm not leaving." And then the entirety of the firm, the people that he's speaking to in front of him, go crazy and they get all excited about DiCaprio not departing from the firm, or you know what I mean. If you haven't seen it, go to Kevin Love's Instagram at Kevin Love. It's hysterical. And the comment is even better. He goes, "Live look. Jimmy after his meeting with Micky. Hashtag get my joy back." And again, it was liked by Jimmy Butler. If you look under the likes, comments, and shares, liked by Jimmy Butler and others. This is, first of all, an awesome move by Kevin Love, but also massive to see that Jimmy Butler has liked it. Not only this could mean that Jimmy just is in good terms and thinks this is funny. He does love Kevin Love. They are great teammates. They're good friends. And obviously Kevin Love posting this, trying to keep everyone on really the right side of things, trying to keep the energy positive for the most part between all parties involved. And again, that's what it seems like he's really doing. And he's doing a damn good job of it. Again, not only this, but as well as the Instagram story posting this clip from the Wolf of Wall Street. Again, getting a good laugh out of really everything going on, despite it seeming like a very sour topic between both of these parties involving Jimmy Butler, obviously, and the Miami Heat. Now, obviously, Butler has now served his 7-game suspension. That's why the meeting seemed like it was either going to be today or tomorrow, Friday, January 17th. It did happen today. Thankfully, it seemed like it needed to happen today as, again, Jimmy Butler's suspension is lifted. He served the 7th game against the Los Angeles Lakers, which was last night, a loss for this Miami Heat team. But again, now he can return tonight against the Denver Nuggets in Denver. It's going to be very interesting to see whether or not he does return tonight, obviously coming from that 7-game suspension. Now, we look back, we went 3-4 over the 7 games that Jimmy Butler was not active, and the losses were flat out, they were horrific. The Sacramento Kings lost, losing in double overtime. Constant second efforts by the Sacramento Kings. The ability to offensive rebound has absolutely killed us. The Utah game, I don't even want to address. That was absolutely dreadful. We did have 3 very good wins against 2 very bad teams, and then also the Golden State Warriors. But then both LA teams last night, LeBron James simply just wanted to beat up on the Miami Heat. It seemed like because it was his former team and he really just needed to be able to take care of it. And he did. He flat out destroyed us, especially down the stretch of last night's game, really dominating in the fourth quarter and leading the Los Angeles Lakers to a late string victory. Now, if we look at the Eastern Conference standings, we desperately need Jimmy Butler and, well, let me rephrase that. We desperately need Kevin Love's entire post to really be accurate, in the sense that Jimmy is not one going to be traded, but he's going to come back and he's going to accept the challenge. He's going to come back and he's going to hoop. And what do I mean? Come back and be a significant piece for this Miami Heat team. You don't have to give us 30, 10, and 10. That's not what we're looking for. We've never been looking for that. We just need you to be a very, very good complementary piece. And I know using the word complementary involving Jimmy Butler is insane, and it should be. Jimmy Butler can be, if not is, one of the best players in the world, and there's no way around it. He has all the ability to do so. It just comes down to whether or not Jimmy Butler is going to give you 110% effort. Now, if Butler can come in there and fit into this Miami Heat really roster, which obviously he can. We've seen him do it in years past. Obviously, up to this point in the NBA season, there's been times where he does fit in. There's times where it doesn't look very good. If he can come in here and fit in with Bam Adebayo and allow him to take some of that pressure off of Bam, because up to this point, Bam has not been great up to this point of the NBA season. We really need him to step it up, and bringing Butler in and having Butler want to be there at least until the end of this NBA season, whether it be to really enjoy his time with Miami or really just to prove his worth to get paid this offseason, come back, take some of the load off of Bam Adebayo, really free up Tyler Herro even more than he's been up to this point, as he's had a career year, an all-star type of year from the young guard in Tyler Herro. I think it would do very, very good things for this Miami Heat team. And again, look at this Eastern Conference race. Obviously, we just broke down how the last 7 games have gone. Dropping 4 out of our last 7 is not going to get the job done, especially when we're losing the subpar teams. Utah once. Obviously, the Lakers are good on paper. They're not the greatest team overall, especially when you look at their record and the overall statistics that they produce. But again, we had to beat up on Portland. We did. We did get our redemption against Utah. But again, Sacramento, we lost twice to them this year in very competitive games. Again, we cannot get these games back after they're gone. We have to take advantage of these games. Now, obviously, the Los Angeles Clippers are a good team, better defensively than they get credit for, so we do drop that game. But if we look at this Eastern Conference standings, we are currently in the 9th seed. This is not going to work. We are going to be another play-in team. We do not want to be another play-in team. We need to be able to win enough games to stay in the top 6 seeds of the Eastern Conference. And really, it's not asking a lot. I've made this speech multiple times on this channel. The Miami Heat have the abilities and have the players and the assets to go out there and go on a run, win a handful of games in a row, if not just out of the next 20, out of the next 25. Just find a rhythm, find their footing, allow Butler to really just do what he wants to do to a certain extent before it hurts this basketball team. And again, we can find ourselves amongst the Orlando Magic, the Milwaukee Bucks, or even the New York Knicks as high as the 3 seed in the Eastern Conference. Based off a record, it's not a very competitive race, in the sense of the 1 seed in Cleveland, the 2 seed in Boston are going to be the top 2 seeds for the time being and for the foreseeable future, as they're playing great basketball. But again, everyone else besides that seems very, very human, and it seems like the Miami Heat have a very real chance to catch them if they can just put a few good wins together consecutively. And again, I really want to see the Heat do it. I can't wait to see what tonight looks like, and if Jimmy Butler is going to play. It's going to be very exciting. I will see you guys on the next episode of Heat Digest. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next.